So as you know, typically I try to make one of these videos once every 6 months, once every year, somewhere along those lines, where I tell you the 5 fragrances that I think that I would choose if I had to get rid of my whole collection. Now, I like to do this every 6 months to a year, just so I can show you basically how my taste changes and fluctuates. Because it's interesting that depending on our moods or different things that have gone on in our lives, such as if I was, say I was wearing a signature scent such as like Chanel Allure Homme, and I wore it a lot, and I went through like a breakup or something bad happened, some bad life event, and I couldn't smell it because I related whatever happened to that scent. Then this happens all the time. I personally, for me, Molecule 01. I had a couple bad experiences when I was wearing that last summer, so now I don't wear it anymore. Although I do really, really, really love the smell of that stuff. I could probably get past it now, but Sushi Imperial by Bois 1920. Something really, really terrible happened when I was wearing that about 2 years ago. So I really can't even smell that stuff without recollecting or recalling what happened. So and thinking about what happened. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys that taste changes. Now you're going to see some familiar faces in this list that have made it ever since like 2 years ago when I first started doing this, and you're going to see some newbies. So overall, I wanted to just kind of point out some stuff that I'm really enjoying right now, and these would be most likely the 5 that I would choose if I had, if I was told you can't have any more than 5. Now, some honorable mentions that I'm going to show you guys. I'm doing honorable mentions because I just want to kind of show you guys the reason. There's a reason why I chose number 5 opposed to one of these. Chanel Allure Homme Sport could have easily made number 5. Fierce, because I absolutely love this stuff, and I pull this stuff off. I know a lot of people feel like they can't because they think it smells like high school, but I absolutely love that stuff. That was my signature for like 5 years, so totally brings back a lot of good memories. And Dior Homme Sport is the original version. I am not a fan of the 2012. Yes, there is definitely a difference. This stuff was one of my first purchases when I first started collecting, and I just absolutely adore it. So those 3 could have easily made it on the top 5, one of those 3. And I really do think I need like a fresh fragrance. There's only like one fresh fragrance on this top 5 list. As you all know, I definitely am a huge fan of gourmands and deeper fragrances, more resinous fragrances. Unfortunately, Silver Factory didn't make it either. That's one of my all-time, that's like my favorite incense-based fragrance. So that didn't make it either. So that's, I just want to throw that out there. I do love that stuff. So number 5. The reason why I chose number 5 is because this is a complex scent. The other ones that I chose aren't really, they're not complex. They're more complex than like most designers, but they're not in the sense of, challenging me or challenging someone around me. I wanted to make sure that I chose a challenging scent, and it's my favorite challenging scent. And I adore this stuff. I literally don't think I've ever been complimented on it. I've definitely had bad feedback with this stuff. You smell like cat pee, etc. Not by complete strangers, but like my mother's told me before, you smell like cat pee, or you smell like baby powder and cat pee, stuff like that. And I've asked girlfriends and friends that are girls both, and even guy friends, if they sniff my hand or whatever, if they like it, and most of them say no. So, that being said, this is Musc Ravageur. So, Musc Ravageur is probably my most favorite complex scent. I do love Le Labo's Oud 27 as well, but it's not nearly one of my favorites. It doesn't come close to this, in my opinion. I do love that scent, though. That's one of my favorite complex scents. But as far as complexity goes, I love Musc Ravageur. Number 4 used to be my number 1 for the longest time. I still adore this stuff. I wear it like crazy. I have 2 bottles of it. One's the EDT, one's the EDP. I know a lot of people don't understand why I love it so much, but I just do. This is Midnight in Paris. I absolutely love this stuff. I love Bulgari Black as well. So if you like Bulgari Black, I think this is just, or even Dior Homme Intense. What I don't understand is so many people absolutely love Dior Homme Intense and love Dior Homme and Bulgari Black for that matter. To me, this is like if you took Bulgari Black and Dior Homme Intense and put them together. So I guess I don't really understand why this fragrance isn't nearly as hyped up as either one of those. But if I'm the only one that loves it, that's fine. I absolutely love this stuff. It comes in at number 4. So coming in at number 3 has made it on my list before. Actually, the last 4 have all made it on my top 5 list in the past, whether if it was more recent or a couple years ago. But last year, a different Guerlain made it. It was Spiritueuse de Blavanie. This time, it is Tonka Imperial. So, I'm a huge fan of Tonka Imperial. I always have been. Kir Beluga, Tonka Imperial, Spiritueuse de Blavanie. I love all 3. But honestly, I do think that Tonka Imperial is my favorite out of the 3. I keep coming back for more of it. I keep spending the $275 that it costs to get 75 mLs of this stuff. And honestly, I could wear that stuff as a signature year-round. I don't care. Stuff is absolutely stunning. I adore it. If you haven't tried it, do yourself a favor. If you're a gourmand lover, stuff is stunning. Number 2 could easily be my signature scent. It's everything I want out of a fragrance. It's creamy, it's fresh, it's yummy, it gets compliments, it's freaking awesome. It's a crowd pleaser, but at the same time, it's got some, you can tell that it has really great ingredients in it. So, for me, it's a winner. This is Xerjoff's Ouden. I absolutely love Ouden. And number 1 right now is my favorite fragrance. I keep coming back for more of this fragrance too. If you look back on my top 5 favorite fragrances from 2 years ago, I said that it was between this and another fragrance as my favorite fragrance of all time. And it still is. It definitely is my favorite fragrance of all time. This is Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. I adore this stuff. I could use this all year round too. I do not care. For me, fragrance has no season. I wear what I want when I want. It's as simple as that. Musk Ravageur I actually prefer in the heat. I could see why certain people wouldn't want to pull it off, but I do. So be sure to let me know what your 5 picks would be if you had to choose. Say your house is on fire or the world is ending. There's a zombie apocalypse. I don't know. You have to grab 5 bottles. What are they?